The principles behind employee engagement, it's all about getting people to understand what it's going to take to stay safe in tough economic times. And we weren't concerned about salutes or medals. It was all about staying safe if we ever got called into combat, because we're playing to be number one. We don't play to be number two, and everything we did was driven to be the absolute best in any category within the United States Navy, so that if we get called into combat, we're able to respond. And no organization and no company in the world today is safe. You've got to go out and earn that survival each and every day. And to do it, you know, great products or great technology, but it's nothing without the people who man it and bring it to life and to create those great relationships with your customers. And for example, USS Benfold cost $1.2 billion to build, yet it's performing near the bottom because the people didn't take accountability, they didn't take ownership, and they weren't engaged, and I couldn't change them out. And what I found out was we had a group of highly talented people that weren't being utilized properly, they weren't motivated, and as leaders, that's our job, is to provide that inspiration that says, this is what we need to go out and do each and every day so that we stay safe and survive in tough economic times. You know, I've spoken to many sales teams, and I think what sales folks need to understand is that the people they're selling to, their customers, are going through tough times as well. Many have been downsized, you know, their companies have merged, and they're under a tremendous amount of pressure. And what we did on that ship was always put ourselves in the shoes of the people that we were serving. My chain of command, our fellow citizens, and tried to figure out how to be visibly seen by them, to be helping them get their jobs done better with increasingly fewer resources. And what sales teams can do is to understand, you know, the tough positions that their customers are in, and then be visibly seen by them to be solution providers to help the customer, you know, get better results and to make that sales process go that much easier. And so sales people need to understand that they're leaders and that they're leading not only their own teams, they've got to drive collaboration on their side of the organization so that you provide a seamless front to your customers, but also put yourself in the shoes of that customer and realize they're having tough times, and that the more you understand that, the more you're able to empathize with that and then provide them that solution. That's how you get better buy-in. That's how you get your customers to be loyal and dedicated and committed to you in tough times. My workforce represents society today. It was multi-generational, multicultural. 15% of my crew, English was their second language. And I found that what I had to do as a leader is to communicate to them in a language that they could understand. Not in the language that I'm used to communicating in, but in the language that they understand about, you know, where we're headed and why we have to have such high standards. And most importantly, why it's in their best interest that they get on board. So the better I could communicate in their terms so that they could understand it, the better buy-in I got. And I could literally start to see the course of the ship starting to change, the better and more effectively I could communicate with them. I want my audience to have takeaways when they go back to work the next day. I want them to leave with concrete examples as to how you can focus on the things that you have the ability to influence, and stop spending your days by being distracted by the things that you can't, and go back and engage your people better so that they start stepping up to the plate and lifting burdens off your shoulders so that you can get out of that $10 an hour work and have the time in the day to focus on what I call $500 or $1,000 an hour work. And it's all about how you communicate the vision to your people, how you create an environment where they feel empowered and engaged, and where you provide them the training so that they have the confidence to step up to the plate, And then you create that great environment that treats them with respect and dignity, where they respect you so much, they tell you their best ideas. And then you just unleash them, and you sit back and you can focus on higher value work, and they've got your back covered. And so that's what I hope to provide in my presentations, is concrete examples that people can take back to work the next day and implement and start getting better results than what they're getting now.
It's a human business. Legacy we want to leave behind us.